All right, what's up? You're listening to 94.1 WYSP, the rock you grew up with here in Philly. We're kicking off this summer special with a preview of some of the newest, coolest films coming out. With that being said, I myself am Culpy Culp, and I'm here with two of my fellow movie critics. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
What's going on, guys? I'm T. Haste.
What's going on? I'm Jay Squalio.
Jay Squalio and T. Haste. All right, guys, let's get right into it because we got a lot of movies to talk about. First and foremost, it's already been released, but I think we should talk about it because it's the start of the summer, is the Fast 5 movie. It's the 5th edition in the Fast and the Furious movies, and I don't know about you two, but I saw the movie. Did either of you see it?
I didn't see it yet.
I did not.
Okay, well, let me say it's worth the $13 to go see it just for the Vin Diesel and The Rock fight scene, because two jack dudes rolling around. No, seriously though, but seriously though, it's crazy. There's cars, there's women, there's cars, there's Vin Diesel.
Is there women in it?
There's The Rock.
Oh, that's good enough.
But
At
I
least
mean,
he has a beard, right?
yeah.
Okay, that's awesome for me. Okay.
Was
good.
it better than the Stallone Stone Cold Steve Austin fight from
The Expendables?
The Expendables?
I'm gonna say no. It was
Really?
not. Yeah, this was pretty epic. Just because you got two guys who are like bald, and they're fucking like
Shaven, actually.
they're like boom, they're like big and like. You've been waiting for the whole time. They've been chasing each other the whole movie, and then it gets to the one scene where they fight, and it's worth the money. Needless to say.
Yeah, cool beans. Yeah. It's definitely better than Too Fast, Too Furious, right? Because that was absolutely terrible.
Which one was Too Fast, Too Furious?
Um,
Was that the one where they're like in Miami?
yeah.
Yes, I do know that. That one was
So
terrible.
this actually brought back the franchise to its full potential.
They actually tie in with this one a lot of what the other ones include. By that I mean like they have the original crew from the first Fast and the Furious. They have, I think it's Tyrese from the second one. They have that one Asian dude from the third one. I can't remember his name. He drives the Lexus in this one.
Yeah.
I didn't see the fourth one, but I did see the fifth one, which obviously is Fast 5, and
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about.
Because it seems like lately for the Fast and the Furious movies, it's all been no story at all, but just awesome
Driving,
scenes.
driving and explosions.
Tokyo Drift was absolutely amazing, but the story was just nothing. It was about this like Navy SEAL son who went into like the Tokyo Drift underground and just raced cars, and it was just really stupid.
That actually reminds me of Joe Pasquale over here. I think he did that for a few years back in '95.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Back when I was only 5 years old, but I was still
Rip that
driving
Camaro.
Yeah, driving cars around, exploding.
It's like the
Blowing
beginning of
things up.
Star Trek.
Oh, with that, speaking of Star Trek, can we just jump right into the next movie, which is Thor? It's coming out this Friday.
No, that was
Yeah,
a good transition, but
I mean,
keep going with
what
it,
do you mean
bro.
Thor? I mean Star Trek. We have what's his name?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. Oh
yes.
yeah, he was in the beginning of Star Trek. Yeah, he was the father for 15 minutes.
Yeah, remember he dared Chris Pinesworth, to do better
Chris
than
Pine.
him. Chris Pine.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
thank you.
Combining the
Okay.
two names.
Yeah, it's okay. Chris Pinesworth.
Chris Pinesworth. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it's starring Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Anthony Hopkins, and Rene Russo, and it's rumored that Samuel L. Jackson is going to make an appearance in this.
Oh, for
As
the
the
Avengers.
leader of-
Yeah.
For,
for the sh-
what's
as the
Nick
shield.
Spark or something like that, or what's his name?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
Nick
the
Fury.
leader. We're not good with names today.
Yeah, we're not. Nick Spark. Stark and
Well,
Sheen.
either way, it's if you don't know what the movie's about, Paramount and Marvel teamed up to present this pretty epic movie in which present-day Earth is ruled by a realm from a guy named Asgarth, and at the center of the story is the mighty Thor, who's played by Chris Hemsworth, the guy in Star Trek, and he's cast down by his father Odin, which is played by Anthony Hopkinson.
Hopkinson. You're just putting the sons and everything. Anthony Hopkins.
Hopkinsons.
Anthony
Like a
Hopkins.
disease.
So let's go back to Anthony Hopkinsworth, okay?
I mean, it's the Joe Pasquale-ness that
Yeah.
It's the name. It's your nickname that's throwing me off right now.
Yeah,
Squalio.
sorry.
Okay.
Squalio.
Just want to remind our listeners right now, you're listening to 94.1 WYSP, the rock you grew up with, and we're here talking about the summer movie previews. We're currently on Thor. We're going over the plot. Basically, Thor gets cast down and banished from the skies to come down to planet Earth, where he meets a young scientist named Jane Foster, played by Natalie Portman, who's having a great year in
Yeah,
film.
she's
Yeah,
been
she's
in
winning.
everything.
Your Highness,
Yeah.
Black Swan.
I didn't see Black Swan. Did either of you see
didn't
Black
see
Swan?
Black
I
Swan.
saw Black Swan.
What'd you think of it?
It was really good. It was really trippy though. Like it was kind of like the best way I can describe it is like you don't want to watch it with like a relative or someone that you love because you feel really awkward while like there's some scenes For the people listening at home who have seen the movie, they know what I'm talking about. There's a few scenes that you feel uncomfortable sitting with
Well,
somebody.
can we get a little uncomfortable with it now? Can you kind of go into detail without going into detail?
I want to feel insecure, so
wanna-
just say something.
There's a few scenes that are really violent. You can't help but look away. But there's a whole lesbian sequence between Natalie Portman and her co-star Mia
Kunis or whatever
Mia
her name is.
Kunis from the girl from that '70s show. So it gets a little uncomfortable sometimes when you're watching the movie. But other than that, it was a really, really good movie, and I recommend it.
Yeah, the director Darren Aronofsky likes to push the envelope. I know if anybody's ever seen
The
Requiem
Wrestler.
for a Dream or
The
Wrestler,
The wrestler was amazing.
just very disturbing moments in life that he really captures really well on the screen, and it's quite amazing. But back to Thor, I'm excited just because I want to see the God of Thunder just kick some ass. That's really what I want to see.
I just love the new trailer that they've been doing for it. Is like he may not be an Avenger, or for the superheroes, like they show like the Hulk, Iron Man, and everyone, like he may not be the first Avenger, or something like that. But it just goes, but no one else is a god. He is, or something. It's just insane. It looks absolutely amazing.
Our viewers at home can't see this. I just got the chills.
Shakes.
Oh, jeez. All right. We're going to move right along. We're going to jump into our next movie. I can't believe I'm going to say they're making another Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
I'm ready for it.
Well, this one doesn't have Keira Knightley or Orlando Bloom, who were in the original three, which, may or may not be a good move. Like, they said after the third one, they felt that their characters' stories were, finished, but that might just be their way of saying, we're done with this. I don't think we want to do another one.
But to me, like I think the franchise actually has 2 more movies, including this one, so another one right after this. But I think they're not gonna die out because they're getting Ian McShane, like one of the best actors from Deadwood, and he's playing Blackbeard, and they're putting zombies, mermaids, just a whole
slew.
Yeah, it's just insane.
Villains.
It's gonna be awesome.
I feel like this is just them trying to bleed out as much as they can from Captain Jack Sparrow.
I just love how they have
Penelope Cruz, Jeffrey Rush.
Keith Richards as his father in this, and he has he has 4 lines in it, and my parents actually know. My parents' neighbors down for their house in Virginia, they know someone who's actually the assistant for Jerry Bruckheimer, and they said that they took them 3 cases of whiskey to get Keith Richards to do 1 shoot in 1 day, and it took him over 4.5 hours to say 1 line, because he was like, he quote unquote, he's like, you guys should hire a fucking actor because I don't know what I'm doing here. It takes him 4 cases of whiskey to get drunk. He's been doing that since the 60s.
How old is he now?
He's
he's got to be 105.
Yeah,
he looks like
should
it.
be dead when you think about
must
it.
have 2
the
livers or
lifestyle
something.
he
I
lives.
mean, all the Stones look like they're extremely old. Mick Jagger, they got him up on strings dancing around up there.
But they're still doing it. That's what's so amazing. That's why I like them better than the Beatles. Everyone's gonna hate me for saying that, but they still do their thing.
2 of them are dead.
I am aware that 2 of them are dead, but
Okay, Yoko,
most
just
of the
break
last...
up the group right now, right?
Sorry, I'll just stop talking then.
All right.
Before all the Beatles fans jump on me.
But seriously, for the Pirates, I'm just a fan of the whole series in general, and I think it's going to be good. That's just my personal opinion. I think it's going to be definitely worth it.
I don't know if you saw the third one. I thought it was absolute garbage. It was a waste of my time. I was ready to vomit in the middle of the theater.
Davy Jones?
Yes. It was. I was just like, you know what, you're trying to do too much, and I believe that this 4th one in the installment is just trying to milk the franchise from what it was been.
Right, yeah.
The first one was awesome. The second one was like, and the third one was like, no. And the 4th one, I'm going to be like, no.
I think I'm just going to still see it because, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we have to see it.
It's just like
feel
a necessity.
obligated.
Well, it is coming out in 3D for those of you who do want to see it. All right, you're listening to 94 WYSP. We're going to take a quick break to give you the traffic, weather, and sports report coming up next.
Weather is brought to you by the all-new Subaru WRX. More than just an object, it's a lifestyle. Alright, weather for today in the Philly area is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 55. Tonight, cloudy with a cool breeze rolling in to chill things up a bit. Tomorrow, a high of 67, low of 49. Chance of precipitation is 60%. So bring your raincoats just in case. Friday, rainy all day with scattered thunderstorms likely to occur during the course of the day, but after that, the weekend should be clear for you to enjoy. Saturday is a high of 85 with a low of 66 at nighttime. And Mother's Day is going to be a lovely day to spend some time outside with you and yours, high of 85 and a low of 70. Humidity is going to be a factor this weekend, but it sure beats all the cold and snow we had a month and a half ago. There's stop-and-go traffic on the Schuylkill from the Blue Route to the Belmont. Expect 20 to 30-minute delays. An accident on 95 South leaves one lane open. Route 1, 76, and 130 are all moving smoothly. Slight delays on Route 206 due to construction. Major delays are expected for Philadelphia International Airport thanks to construction on the Walt Whitman Bridge, down to one lane, which will make the commute to New Jersey painful. That's all for traffic. Now on to the weather.
This week's weather is brought to you by the all-new Subaru WRX. More than an object, it's a lifestyle. Alright, weather for today in the Philly area is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 55. Tonight, cloudy with a cool breeze rolling in to chill things up a bit. Tomorrow, a high of 67, low of 49. Chance of precipitation is 60%, so bring your raincoats just in case. Friday, raining all day with scattered thunderstorms likely to occur during the course of the day, but after that, the weekend should be cleared things up for you to enjoy. Saturday is a high of 85 with a low of 66 at nighttime, and Mother's Day is going to be a lovely day to spend some time outside with you and yours, high of 85 and a low of 70. Humidity is going to be a factor this weekend, but it sure beats all the cold and snow we had a month and a half ago.
And now your special sports report on the future of the NBA, Rose and Griffin, future Hall of Famers. Coming out of college, Blake Griffin was believed to be a great asset to the Los Angeles Clippers, who drafted him with the first overall pick in the 2009 draft. During the team's final preseason game, the top prospect injured his knee and was forced to miss the entire season. No one could have expected the resurgence Griffin had this year, averaging a double-double and being named the league's Rookie of the Year. He was also named as an All-Star and won the Slam Dunk contest, setting the bar incredibly high for the league's young guns. Yesterday he was one-upped by Derrick Rose, who became the youngest MVP in NBA history. Rose is also the first Bulls player to take home the trophy in the post-Michael Jordan era. The point guard is also looking to add his first NBA championship to the trophy case, along with his Chicago teammates who are currently tied to the Atlanta Hawks at a game each. These accolades grant the NBA's biggest wish for a new class to carry the torch when the Kobes and Duncans of the league can no longer compete. Much can be said about the skill sets both of these players have, making plays and finishing strong at the basket. Griffin could be the new breed of a big man, versatile and agile, with great leaping ability. Rose is the multi-tooled point guard every team salivates over, who can get to the basket and drop dimes with ease. Most importantly for the NBA, both players are exciting to watch and can become crucial parts of their teams for years to come, as long as they can stay healthy.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to 94.1 WYSP, where we're talking about the summer movies coming out. Once again, viewers, if you have anything you want to say, you can shoot us an email, and we probably won't take a look at it because we don't really check our email too much because we're too busy being on the air. With that being said, we're going to move on from Pirates and Thor right on to our next film, which is going to be The Hangover 2.
Okay.
All right.
Let me just say one thing first off. There was not as much hype. It's coming out, what, this Friday?
I don't know if it's this Friday.
next Friday.
I'm not 100% on the date.
I've seen one commercial on TV for it. They're not doing as much hype as for the first one because they have to realize they're redoing the same exact movie just in China, in Shanghai. And I don't think it's going to be half as funny. I mean, I loved the first one personally. It was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in the theater. But it's the same exact cast, same exact people. The only difference is Stan, Edward Helms, he is marrying an Asian, some random woman that he met, like a mail order bride, I think.
They love you a long time.
They love you a long time, yes. Fishball soup.
Yeah.
And the only difference is that he's not marrying a hooker this time. He's marrying an Asian mail order bride. And
what happened with the other girl? Like, what was her name? Alicia Silverstone? Heather Graham.
Alicia Silverstone?
Alicia
Clueless?
I don't know, blonde. The blonde threw me
the
off.
blonde stupid thing, yeah, it's the same thing.
All
But
I mean, well, Pasqualio, let me ask you something.